Thinking about joining massage school? Here's 10 things that you need to know. Hello, I'm Panda Raff, and this is Mr. Tango, bringing you some massage education. Today, we're going over a really simple topic, 10 things you need to know before joining massage school. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First and foremost, traditional massage can be an athletic job, absolutely 110%. Sure, for some of these light touch modalities, you can get away with not physically training as much, but when it comes to Swedish, Russian, structural, really most of the modalities out there that are requiring more than 5 grams of pressure, you are going to want to train for those types of things. If you're not going to the gym regularly, if you're not training your tools, sharpening your tools, then I don't think you're going to last very long. Yeah, I remember when I worked for a chiropractor sitting in that room full of other massage therapists and chiropractors and just kind of picking their brains about what they do for arm specific workouts. And none of them did any of that, which I thought was just wild. Like how are you going to use your hands all day like that so thoroughly and not train them? So that is a big thing. And a lot of people underestimate that as they go into the program. They don't realize that you're going to be on your feet. You're going to be moving around. You're going to be constantly gripping. I mean, in a massage, we've measured it out before, and you walk anywhere from 1 to 2 miles in a massage. And just the steps you take for each stroke, right? About 1 to 2 miles. And if you're doing, 3 to 5 massages a day, just walking alone, not even the use of your hands being involved with that's still a pretty good workout. That's still a pretty good day's work of activity. So that is something to keep in mind as you get into massage school. I'm not saying that you have to be athletic to sign up, but please, please, please start making a plan to start thinking of yourself as an athlete and training as an athlete, as it's going to make your life so much easier. So the second one on the list here, what you have to realize before getting into massage school is this isn't just a career of rubbing lotion on people, that this is therapeutic touch. It's to be taken very seriously. Just thinking of it as rubbing lotion on people, and I've met plenty of these people. Honestly, half the class that would enroll in massage school would normally be somebody who thought to themselves, I'm just going to go get myself an easy career, right? I'm going to go get myself an easy career where all I got to do is rub lotion on someone's back, and I'm going to make a ton of money doing it. And that's not the case. It really isn't. I mean, sure, there are some times where you're giving a light Swedish massage and it kind of feels like that, but there are very specific techniques that you're using, very specific intentions that you're going to have. And to think of it in such a lackadaisical sense is an insult, and it's going to hinder you in a really big way. Because when you get into school and the person teaching you massage doesn't think of it as some kind of joke, they're going to make sure that you understand that too. And that they're going to push you to the point that they have to push you, that is appropriate. And if you're going in there with the thought of massage just rubbing lotion on people, you're not going to keep up. The expectations will be too high. Third on the list here, number 3, we got training will always trump natural talent. There are plenty of people out there that I've met who just, wow, like they were born with amazing hands. They were born with the gift. But here's the thing. When you get in your head that gift, that you're just going to coast on that, you're heavily mistaken. Heavily. I would pick the massage therapist who regularly trains over the natural any day of the week. 110%. In fact, when it really comes down to it, I think it was Tim Ferriss who introduced me to this idea here, that when you're trying to learn a skill and you look at somebody like who does that skill, someone in a competition, you don't ask the first place guy or the second place guy for advice, because they may not have had to actually really work at a lot of what they've earned, what they've gained, right? But the third place guy, he might not be a natural talent. And that guy right there, although yes, in this analogy, he placed third place and not first, I would rather take the guy who wants to learn and knows that he has it in him, right? There are so many naturally talented people that when they get to a point of frustration, a point where they're stuck, they give up, they're done. That's it. I would rather have somebody who can think their way through it, who can work their way through it. That's a big deal to me, and it's going to take you a lot farther in your massage education. Number 4, you're going to have to learn about anatomy. Now, I know this kind of plays off of our number 2, that you're not just rubbing lotion on people, but it's amazing to me how many people are surprised when they get into massage school and they have to actually learn about anatomy. They have to learn the nomenclature, the location of this, what the function of that, and people just, they don't understand. Like, you wouldn't go into literally any other trade not knowing the blueprints of what you do and then do it, right? Like, there has to be some kind of balance between your intuitive touch and actual knowledge of the body. There just has to be. There absolutely has to be. You will become a far more effective massage therapist. Buddy, you're in the way of the mic. You will become a far more effective massage therapist with anatomy knowledge. And that's just one thing you're going to have to accept when getting into massage school, that you are going to have to learn some of these terms. For me, I was terrible at biology in high school. When I got to massage school, though, it was a totally different game. I did a lot better when it came to the microscopic stuff, because at least the school that I went to, we went through, all the layers, all the levels of the body, everything like that. Nothing was left unturned. So I was really intimidated by that getting into massage school. But I have to tell you that I just don't think I had a very good instructor in high school. And that's nothing against her, but some people are geared better towards teaching stuff like that. So just be open to it, even if you have like this hesitation, this apprehension about it. Like, just be open to it, because it can be such an amazing study. Number 5 here, don't get cocky. All right, so here's one thing that you need to remember going through massage school, and as you get into massage school, is to stay humble, stay compassionate, and understand that massage therapy has its place in the health industry, right? As much faith as I have in massage, it is not the end-all be-all of all practices, right? If you're having a heart attack, if your arm just got ripped off, emergency type of stuff, like, massage isn't necessarily going to be the answer, right? Or even take a look at something like, massage versus surgery. This comes up a lot of the time. I stopped thinking of surgery as a bad thing a while ago. I mean, it can be, right? Like, a needless surgery can be a bad thing. But when somebody does need a surgery, they're probably at the point where massage isn't going to help all that much. I mean, it might, and there might be a significant investment into time and finances for it, and it might make a big difference. But sometimes you just need to get that surgery done and then get some massage done afterwards to expedite the healing of that. Now, I bring all this up because it seems as though a lot of third-year practitioners, massage practitioners, right? So you've gotten out of school, you're in the field for 3 years. It seems like up until that point, there is a lot of overconfidence when it comes to massage therapy. And I mean, I've experienced it, Linda went through it, and pretty much any massage therapist I know went through this phase where massage was the gold standard of improving your health. And there was no reason to ever deviate from that. In fact, some people even take it as far as like they won't stretch anybody, right? It's strictly just massage. And if you're not just doing massage, then, I mean, what are you even doing? Like, these purists that pop up. And I find it's normally the younger folk, right? And I'm not talking about age, I'm talking about experience here. I'm talking about, newcomers to the field who get this chip on their shoulder that if you are investing your time and energy into any other practice, then you're doing it wrong. And big piece of advice, just get over that right away. I should say that more nicely. Piece of advice, just put that aside. Put that idea aside, because it is not going to serve you. In fact, it might hinder you a bit. Now, I know there are a lot of instructors out there who really want to push your confidence, right? They really want you to be confident when you're talking to a client. And I don't want you to get that confused with being overconfident. There's something to think about, something to reflect on. Next one here. Massage therapists usually last about 3 to 7 years. It was closer to 3 when I first started. Now it's closer to 7. So some improvements being made. The big thing that normally goes along with that is a lack of good body mechanics, proper body mechanics. And for me, I think there has something to do with the understanding of massage. Like if you're just showing up for the money, I think it wears on you faster than if you're showing up to genuinely and authentically affect somebody's health. I haven't read any studies to back that up. That's just my own personal anecdotal information about it. But I do know for a fact that not working out enough and not using proper body mechanics will shorten your career in a huge way. I've been at this since 2008. So take it from me, you can last a lot longer than 3 to 7 years. But that wasn't by luck. That wasn't by chance. That wasn't an oversight that just so happened to work out. That it takes proper training and proper body mechanics. Moving on to number 7 here. Massage school can be expensive. Just something for you to think about. Any schooling can be expensive. So don't think it's going to be like, a few $100 and you're going to get a massage license and then make a bunch of money. It's a significant investment financially. It's going to take up a lot of your time. There is going to take up a lot of your energy. There absolutely was a point where I had to do an internship, right? So I was giving massages for free. And that's something for you to think about if you can do in your week, because it is something that you're going to have to commit to. Number 8, formal massage training is required to get licensed in the state of Arizona. So it's going to vary from state to state. I think at one point, I don't know if Kansas is still like this, but you could just wake up and be a massage therapist, required no licensing whatsoever or training at all. Here in Arizona, though, you are going to have to go to school to get that license. Moving on to number 9. Make sure before you sign up for the massage school that they're going to offer you enough hours to get your license. So massage school is required for a license, but also so many hours are required for that. I believe in the state of Arizona, it's 700 hours. And I want to say there are a number of hours that you have to put towards, that are required from that to put towards for a clinical internship. So basically a hands-on internship. The school I went to, the Arizona School of Massage Therapy, covered all this with 810 hours. So you got 700 of your formal hours and another 110 hands-on hours with that. You're not going to want to go to a school that offers you less than that, as you won't hit the requirements for your massage license. So make sure you look into that before you sign up, before you sign all the papers and everything. And last on our list here, number 10, is you are required to do continuing education to keep your license. So massage school, it might take you 7 months, it might take you 12 months to get through. But just understand you are going to have to continue training after that. Now, it's obviously not going to be as intense. You have to do 24 hours every 2 years, so that's 12 hours a year. 12 of those 24 hours can be done online even. So really, it's obviously not as much time invested, but make sure that you are aware that you are going to have to set some funds aside for CEUs. You are going to have to set some time aside because you might have to travel. For me, I've gotten really lucky that a lot of my continuing education has been local, but what happens when I want to go to a different state, right? That's something that you're going to have to plan on. And I think the further in advance that you plan on it, the better. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. That was 10 things that you should know before joining massage school. Go ahead and stay tuned for our next video. We're going over some amazing stuff this week. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about the video. Feel free to book a massage in-home or in office. And of course, check out my book. I think it's a pretty good book. Did I mention I'm coming out with a part 2? Totally coming out with a part 2. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Always remember to be safe and stay safe. Be awesome and stay awesome. I'll see y'all in the next video.